Spanish Fork may have a lot of car washes or chicken restaurants, but did you know that we now have a cake shop? And it's nothing but bundt cakes, and that's kind of its name. Let's welcome Kelly Clayton and his daughter Kelsey Clayton from Nothing Bundt Cakes to the conversation.
Welcome into our studio.
Thanks for having us.
It's so neat to be here. We really appreciate the invitation and look forward to a little chatter.
Well, you guys are brand spanking new. You opened like just days before Christmas, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep. We just had our grand opening this past weekend, though, so we're full-fledged open and just ready to keep sharing the joy with everyone in the community.
Well, I know a little bit about your history, but tell us like what brought you to this decision to franchise and open up something in Spanish Fork.
Well, originally it started many years ago. My brother brought Nothing Bundt Cakes up from Vegas to our home in St. George for Thanksgiving. When he told me that he was bringing a bundt cake, I'm like, what, are you out of your mind? This is Thanksgiving. Come on. It's not pie. But he said, trust me. He brought it up, and I was stunned at how good it was. And from that point forward, I was like, how do we do this? How do we get into it? We tried in 2013, and they said St. George wasn't ready. So in 2018, they shot me an email, and just a random email, and I called them and I said, hey, would you relook at St. George? And they did, and they said, oh yeah, it's ready. And so we went through their process, went through the training, lived in Dallas for a month, my wife and I, for the training. Yeah, at a training bakery. It's a live bakery, but it's also training. Okay. And then in 2019 we opened, November of 2019 we opened our St. George Bakery. And the whole time we really were wanting, once we got going, we loved it. We loved the bakery. My wife and my daughters really have ran the bakery. They kicked me out, said, go back to your other job. My idea, but they booted me. And so they ran it, and they've done a beautiful job. And after about the second year, we were like, we've got to do another one. We just love this. And this came open. And my wife and I are from Midvale and Sandy before I joined the Air Force. And we were thrilled about coming back this way. So,
wow, I love that.
Yeah. So Kelsey, were you as excited as Dad to do this?
Absolutely. So my background, I was actually working in healthcare, and it wasn't at all what I intended, but the opportunity came along, and I had my business degree, and I said, hey, I will join you. I'll leave my job, I'll join you guys, and I can be the business side of this, and my mom really runs the internal bakery operations. Okay. And now we have my dad full time, which has been fantastic.
And back in.
Back in.
I worked my way back in.
Congratulations.
So it's been a great pairing, and it gave me the opportunity to also become a mom while I was still working in the bakery, so a huge blessing in that regard.
So did you move up from St. George as well?
We are both living in Spanish Fork part-time, actually in Payson, but we go back and forth.
So tell us, like, what's the day-to-day, and like, how do you guys decide what's coming in and what's being sold for the month? Do you guys get to choose?
Actually, so I'll let Kelsey talk about those things, but one of the things I get asked all the time, do you guys actually do the baking and the frosting and everything on site?
Yes.
The answer is absolutely we do.
Everything
it's all
is
done there.
fresh in our bakery, which is amazing. Yes, it is a franchise. So in terms of the flavor selection and things, those do come to us, but we make it all in-house.
Okay.
And it is fresh, it is delicious. My sister actually is our head baker over both locations, and when she first started, she had never baked before in her life.
Okay. That would be me.
So she went through the full training, and after now 5 or 6 years, she truly has mastered the art and has been able to teach that. But yet we do it all in-house. What we brought for you guys today is a couple options of our cakes. So these are our smallest. Zoom in on those.
And what are those called?
These are called buntinis.
Ooh, I love it.
And these are our top 4 most popular flavors. So you have chocolate chip, lemon, red velvet, and white chocolate raspberry. And of course, it's Valentine's. So right here we have our Valentine cake. This is an 8-inch. We also have a 10-inch that serves up to 18. But we have a beautiful rose and a happy Valentine's flag. So if you're looking for the perfect Valentine's gift, I promise you cannot go wrong with this selection.
Okay.
And then the last thing that we brought for you guys is our buntless. This is our individual size offering. If you just want that treat to come in and get something.
Okay.
Share it with your significant other,
Yes,
maybe.
We have to share?
No, you don't.
You don't have to. No, that's why we call them individual.
Like 3 for each It's one for each group. But this right here, I'm gonna bring that into the camera. Okay, so
So
this
cute.
is our pop-up flavor right now for Valentine's, and
Okay.
it is chocolate covered strawberry. So Ghirardelli chocolate on top there. It's hard, just like you would see with a chocolate covered strawberry. This came out today. We only have it for 2 weeks or until we sell out. And I can tell you already all over
Yes.
social media, it's going crazy. People are loving it. So come by and try the chocolate covered strawberry for sure.
Ooh, you made me want to buy it. My mouth is watering.
But I have a question. Let's say I want to get it now. How do these freeze?
I mean, that's a great question. We always suggest you eat them fresh.
Okay.
Our cakes are good in the fridge for up to 5 days.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which is
okay.
awesome. So
Yes.
you never, even if you get the bigger one, because I promise you in a few days you're going to want to finish it. But they can be frozen, but we recommend, fresh is
Fresh.
best.
Okay, that's good to know.
So what about pre-ordering for Valentine's Day or pre-ordering for
Absolutely.
birthday cakes, or the best way to approach that?
Pre-ordering is great, but
Okay.
the beautiful thing about the way we do it, because we're baking so often
Okay.
and so many cakes, is that if you came in today and said, I would like X cake, we have it available for you.
I love that, and I
Nice.
love you guys have toppings because we did this for our work last year
Mm-hmm.
for birthdays, and like they would come with like a little birthday hat on them,
Yes.
and like
Wrapped up
different
in
decor-
cellophane.
It was
it's your
really
full
cute.
cake. It's your
It was.
centerpiece for every holiday. I mean, dessert and centerpiece in one, like you can't go wrong with
Yeah,
that.
and they're so dense but moist.
Moist,
But your
very.
frosting is what kills me because normally I don't like frosting, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm a cake and on frosting person.
I know back at one of our chamber events, maybe October, November, before you opened, you brought these little mini ones.
I did.
And everyone was dying over it because it's really just like the perfect size for just one person. It wasn't too much. It was right
Right.
after lunch. I love that. So can you buy the minis alone or just in a set?
They come by the dozen.
Okay. Oh, so there's a dozen. So
Yes, there's a
perfect.
dozen, which is nice. You can either have the standard, which these are ready to go, or our featured flavor that has the featured flavor of the month that's available, plus some other
Okay.
flavors. Or you can customize it too. If you
Yeah.
wanted one of everything, or a couple of these, a couple of that, we do
right.
that. The other nice thing, we've had many times where companies have ordered or fallen short on ordering on time or something like that, and they've got who can
catering
help
orders
us,
fall
right?
through,
Their
yeah.
order falls through. Because we make them, a lot of them, we're able to take care of a company within a few hours.
No, and they even
problem.
hand deliver to us too. So
Right.
We are
I just
full
feel
service,
like
so
you
we
guys-
will deliver. We do fundraising. We have your gifting. So a lot of people don't know.
like
Like we're
this is
famous for our
darling.
cakes, but you come into our boutique, our buntique,
Buntique.
and we have a selection like these plates and anything to make your cake be your full gift as well. Baby shower, birthdays, Mother's Day, you name it, we can take care of it with a
I
one-stop
am
shop.
loving this. I'm so happy.
Well,
guys are
I'm
here.
sure that you get the joke all the time too about my big fat Greek wedding.
Yes, all the
Just a
time.
bundt.
Yes,
Just a
it's a
bundt
bundt.
cake.
And we put a
Put
flower
the-
in it,
put the
so it's
flower
ready
in the
to
middle.
go.
Yes, I love it so much.
Should
Well,
we taste one? Do you guys want to have to?
Oh,
We can
yes,
taste
we
one.
should.
Okay.
And while we are filling our mouths, we will say thank you for being here in the community. And
Yeah, well,
I'm
thank
gonna
you for
pick. I'm gonna
having
pick
us.
lemon.
While you're picking one, I wanted to talk about our
maybe.
support for the
Thank you.
community, since you mentioned the
Okay.
community. We are very active in supporting the community, and the charity that we've chosen is the
Tabitha's Way.
Tabitha's Way. In fact, on our grand opening the other day, one of the days of our grand opening, we donated 20% of all of our sales to Tabitha's Way. And throughout the year, we'll also be associating with them to support them and provide other opportunities to support them and financially assist them. All Nothing Bundt Cake franchises do select a charity to support and be associated with. And so that's the one we've chosen, and we're excited about
That's
that.
a good one.
Love that.
Thanks
Thank
again
you.
for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you
Red
for
velvet,
letting us.
lemon, white chocolate, raspberry for
Oh,
me.
they're all so good.
Okay.
Let's go.